What is up, you amazing people? Okay, quick question. Have you ever seen the movie Inception? If not, seriously, you gotta go check it out. It's a little intense, but trust, the ideas in it are mind-blowing. There's this super cool line that says,
"An idea is like a virus, resilient, highly contagious, and the smallest seed of an idea can grow. It can grow to define or destroy you."
Crazy, right? Okay, picture this. A tiny thought, like a little seed planted in your mind. It starts small, but then it grows like a tree in your brain, shaping how you see the world, how you feel, how you respond to things. Okay, now take a moment and let that sink in. Your ideas, your beliefs about life literally shape your whole vibe. This is what psychology is all about. It's the idea that how you think about things is more important than the things themselves. That's what I always remind myself and others, that your psychology is everything. I want you to picture that your psychology or your personal perspective is like a set of goggles that you put on the moment you wake up and that you wear throughout your day. Now just imagine that these goggles you put on every morning make the world feel dark, like people don't like you, like life is unfair, that you're not good enough, that things are just gonna get worse, that you're just not smart, that people are just mean, stupid, and rude. That would be rough, right? Imagine wearing those goggles around all day, every day. Not exactly the vibe you were going for, right? But now let's switch it up. What if your personal goggles made you see a world full of awesomeness, where people will and do like you, where you're smart and can always get smarter, and where life is what it is, but you can respond in a chill and powerful way. A world where you don't go around doubting yourself and comparing yourself all the time, but instead you feel good and confident. A world where you believe that no matter what comes at you, you're gonna learn from it, grow from it, and come out even better every single time. Now those are some sick goggles to go through life with. So let's jump into the lab right now and make you a fresh pair of these life-changing goggles. Let's get to work. So the question you asked this week was, how do I stop being offended by what others say or do? In other words, what kind of goggles would you have to wear to go around feeling more confident and less bothered and annoyed by what others say or do? Well, here are 5 tips that you can launch right now. Tip number 1, stop looking for ways to be offended. I gotta be honest with you. Sometimes our mental radar is cranked up to ultra sensitive. It's like we're just waiting for someone to mess up, for a wrong word, a mistake, a mistag in a post, and then bam, we're ready to feed them to the dogs. Honestly, that doesn't feel like progress to me. Does it to you? Progress means moving forward with confidence, with a little more emotional stability and a willingness to understand others. So if you're finding yourself constantly offended, it might mean that your own radar is set to like high alert. So let's talk about a few more tips to dial that radar down a bit so that you aren't getting hurt or feeling hurt by everything that's going on around you. And you can thank me later. Okay, tip number 2 is to realize that we are all stumbling toddlers. Have you ever seen a toddler learning to walk? They're stumbling around, wobbling, tripping, getting back up. It's just how we learn. Picture yourself and others like that. Nobody's got it all together. So next time you see someone trip up socially, verbally, or emotionally, instead of making it all about you and coming at them like a crash of rhinos, be intelligent, chill out, and respond with patience and kindness. We're just all taking baby steps. Starting now, give people the benefit of the doubt. Give others a little grace, and I promise you will feel way less offended, way less mad, and way happier. Trust people. Tip number 3 is to remember that it's not about you, it's about them. I've noticed that when someone is rude or frustrated or harsh, it says more about them than it does you. People often project their own insecurities, their fears, their frustration onto other people. So when someone throws shade or acts out, you don't need to let that sink into your mind and soul. Instead, just continue on with your day, with what you need to focus on and do good. Okay, tip number 4 is, and you're gonna think that I've completely lost my mind. Tip number 4 is, actually, it is about you. I'm about to hit you with some psychology, so brace yourself. Here's the deal. You're at a major point in your life. You are becoming more independent, and as a result, becoming less dependent on what others think of you. This is about owning who you want to become as a person and not sweating the so-and-so didn't invite me or didn't tag me or doesn't like me stuff. It's time to level up from needing others' approval to feel good about yourself and instead to focus on your business. And what's your business? Well, it's to become a legend. Become the best friend, taking every opportunity at school and in your town and giving back to your family, friends, school, faith, and community. Forget the likes and the tags. Make yourself useful and take care of business. Boom. Okay, my last tip is to 5, stay humble and teachable. You are a work in progress. You're not a finished product. Just because you're becoming more independent doesn't mean that you need to close yourself off to the world. Being humble, coachable, and teachable is a sign of intelligence and confidence, and one of the most important characteristics that coaches and employers are looking for. Having a growth mindset or a beginner's mindset is also a fabulous way for you to become a little more emotionally flexible when people have feedback for you, instead of getting offended every time someone critiques or gives you some feedback. Keep that in mind and keep that mind and heart soft so that when goodness comes your way, you'll take it instead of resisting it. So remember to stop looking for ways to be offended. Number 2, realize that we're all stumbling toddlers. Number 3, it's not about you, it's about them. Number 4, actually, it is about you. And number 5, stay humble and teachable, my friend. So increase your confidence in what you're doing and what you're about, and don't forget to take care of business. Later, Gator.